Hi everybody, MTG Openings back again. This time I'm going to be going over my ideas for my sealed deck for my Chandra Nalaar Magic Origins pre-release box. If you haven't seen the unboxing video of this pack, you can check the link. You can find the link in the description. You can watch that first if you want. I put all the cards back in the packs, but they were already opened, so you're not going to see me open new packs in this video. This is strictly sealed deck building. So here's our Chandra Nalaar Origins box. Again, when you open it up, you'll get your origin story for whichever color you picked, and on the back it's got some relive Chandra's origins by completing these achievements, and it opens up and you can read some stuff about her. Anyway, so if you've been a pre-release, you've seen this. Your spin down die as usual. I'm just going to put that off to the side here. And like I said, and then in each one you're going to get 6 booster packs of Magic Origins and then 1 seeded booster. And then you're going to get, and the seeded booster will have a rare in your color. So in this case we got a Scrap Clan Berserker. So I'll set all this to the side. I'm going to open these packs up and I'm going to sort them by color first. So obviously not the most exciting part. Everyone's going to get one of these double face Planeswalker markers in case you're not using sleeves. So these are all red cards because they're from the seeded booster. I actually usually keep them in color order, so white, blue, black, red, green, and others. So we're just gonna open these real quick. And we're just gonna divvy them out. Anything that is not monocolored, and the basic lands I just put to the side along with the tokens. Anything that is not a color, an individual color, will just go in my third stack here. So like I said, I'm not really paying any attention to the cards at the moment. This is actually usually what I do live at the pre-releases even. I don't really, of course I stop and check out the rare, but I never spend too much time on them because I know I'm going to be coming back to them again. So we just sort all of these. I'm yet to play in the pre-releases. This is the night before, and I'm getting awfully excited. There's some pretty powerful cards. I'm really excited to play with these cards and against these cards. And I don't have a Planeswalker, but I'm sure I hopefully will be doing well enough to face off against one of them over the weekend. So, but we'll see. I guess I'm pretty strong, and I usually can take a general idea of what's going on as I start looking at my packs. So far I know I have strong red cards. My white, my green look decent as well. Blue has some good stuff, but it looks like it's a little bit lacking. If I impulse good. And the black, to be honest, a lot of the cards in a lot of these packs look pretty good so far. Well balanced. Sometimes that's actually not so good. That means you might have too many playables, too many colors with a decent number of playables, but not enough playables to go into one color. Well, this is a good one. We got a double colored red white. That could be a little bit of push. Of course, here's the white blue sideboard card. So that's the first step. Now, what I usually do next is I go through each color individually and I look for playables. So I'm just going to set the rest of these cards up here a little bit out of the way. Like I said, red I think is for sure going to be a color in the deck. Just based on picking red and then seeing the cards that were in there. I know we have at least 3 burn spells, maybe a few more. Definitely a promising amount of cards. So we're going to go through the white cards here. And these are of course what I think is playable. And this is sealed, not draft, so it's a little bit different. A lot of the times in sealed, you're not really trying to make a deck that does one particular thing, like aggro or control. Most of your sealed decks are mid-range. You want to play your bombs and your removal, and then filler cards are always going to be in decks like this. So I'm going to go through each one of these. So I'm going to put playables over here and unplayables over here. So Anointed Champions is definitely playable, I think, and so this is anything that's remotely playable, and maybe even sideboard stuff. Just to see what you have. Sometimes my sideboard stuff ends up in the unplayable, and that way I can just look at it sideboard later on. I don't really want to put that in unless I have to. So, Night of the Pilgrim's Road definitely playable. Crash of the Hero Mancer could be another night. I mean, this guy's a flyer, so Stalwart. Avon's good. Tactician is good. Healing Hands, I'm not a big fan of basically life gain. There's Necron Jailer. I don't know if anyone else played with Nightly Valor back in Return to Ravnica block. It's pretty decent. Enlightened Ascetic is a sideboard card. There's another Grasp of Heliomancer. Probably don't need two, but I'll keep it over there. Hixus, obviously playable. It's a bomb for sure. Another Knight, another Jailer. The Lieutenant's playable. Heavy Infantry. I'm not a huge fan of. There's a third Jailer and a Suppression Bonds. That's removal. We like to see that. Then I'll go here, and then a Yoke Dock's definitely not playable. So then I usually take the color I've done with. I kind of turn the unplayables, sort of stick them to the side here. We'll go through blue next. Ring, I usually just do them in order. Ring Warden Owl, of course, is playable. Screeching Scab is fine. Telepath. Nivix Barrier, I think, is a sideboard card. Separatist Void Mage is awesome. Fairy Miscreant's a 1/1 flying for 1. If I have any more, doesn't look like I do. I'm just going to put it in the non-playables. Bone to Ash isn't great. Deep Sea Terror, not too great. Disperse is good. Anchor of the Ether is fine. Another Separatist is good. Bone to Ash, Dreadwater is not good, and Water Courser is okay. So as I do this, I take note of how many cards are in each color. So blue's pretty shallow here. Maybe I'll find out I have a color that's really not shallow, and I'll end up playing, you know, mostly that color. Then I have more options. So I'll just take a note. I mean, I have a lot more white cards that I think are playable than blue cards. So we'll keep that in mind. So next we have black. So Infinite Obliteration is definitely a sideboard card. I mean, there's probably that one card I'm going to face that I'm not going to want to see. So if I'm playing black, I'll pull it in every time. And let's say it's, you know, Hixus or a Planeswalker or something. I'll name it and remove at least one, or maybe I'll play against someone who has, you know, multiple of the same uncommon creature or something. I'll play it then. So either way, definitely goes in the non-playables. And Tucker Husky's fine. Touch of Moon Glove is okay and sealed. Cruel Revival's good. Deadbird Shaman good. Rabid Bloodsucker. Highlight Massacre is good even if you're not playing elves. There's an Unholy Hunger, so that's another good removal spell. Thornbow Archer definitely I don't like. Consecrated by Blood is good. Shambling Ghouls is good. Dark Dabbling is not that great. Undead Servant's okay. I only have one yet again, but I'll keep it in my playables for now. So black is not. There aren't many black cards that I want to play. I don't have any black cards, period, just like the blue. But of note, I have Consecrated by Blood, Unholy Hunger, Eyeblade's Massacre, the Bloodsucker, Cruel Revival. All of those are very good. Two single non-conditional removal spells, well, non-zombie, I guess, for the Cruel Revival. And then I also have the Eyeblade Massacre, which is obviously good. So we'll keep that in mind too. We'll do red next. I know we're gonna have a lot of these. I mean, we picked red as our seeded booster, so of course there's gonna be good red cards. Bogre Brute's great. Subterranean Scout is good for renown cards, which I know I have a decent amount of. I'm not a big fan of the Mage Ring Bully. He's a 2/2 for 2 with prowess, but it's attack every turn, so not what I mean, knowing that I have a deep red pool here, I'm basically already cutting stuff that, you know, could potentially go in a deck normally. Thopter Engineer is amazing. Fire Impulse is amazing. Smash Smithereens is a sideboard card. So we got a rare, of course, Flame Shadow Conjuring. I have the Thopter Engineer, and I have at least one Gear Crafter. I know I have another one in here somewhere, so end of the battlefield effects are going to be extra good if I have that in play. So that goes here. There's a Gear Crafter. I'm Enthralling Victor. I'm not a huge fan, to be honest. It can be early damage. He doesn't have haste himself. He only gives the creature he steals haste. I'm going to put in the playables only because of my rare, because there's another end of the battlefield effect. Cobble Brute's not bad. Infectious Bloodlust. I'm just checking if I have any more. I do not, so I don't think I'm going to put that in this deck. Chandra's Ignition is good. Lightning Javelin. Call the Full Moon. I like, but I don't think I'm going to play. In this pool, Titan Strength is fine. Cronin Sergeant's good. There's another Lightning Javelin, that's great. Fire Fiend Elemental, another Sergeant, another Gearcrafter. Fiery Conclusion is interesting. I'm going to put it in the playable for now. I have all these Thopters. I have 3 ways to make Thopters, so I think I'm going to be able to have some creatures I can get rid of. Oh, I actually want to say something else about this Cure Crafter real fast. So, for people who played during Fate Reforged, which was only 2 sets ago, and it was drafted, even in Dragons, this card is exactly the same as Sandstep Outcast, but you can't choose. You only get a 2/1 and a 1/1 flying. So it's just as good if you play with that, and it's in red instead, and I'm a fan of that. So we'll get that there. And we got Skyraker Giant. It's a 4/3 for 4 with reach, so that's good. And then our promo is a Scab Clan Berserker, and that card is very strong too. So I'm going to put that in my stack. So a lot of red playables, a lot of red. I mean, how many is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. So 19, and that's what I was saying earlier. Maybe we'll play a mostly one color deck. So that gives us more chances to play white, blue, or black instead of just the white. So far this pool's looking pretty strong for not having any like crazy bombs. I mean, Hixus in white is a good bomb, and that Berserker's fine, but it's nothing that it's no dragon or anything. So we're gonna go through the green next here. Hopefully we can eliminate a color. I mean, I would have no problem having another good solid green pool or another color, but it's harder the more playables with colors you have. So Vassal Gorger is fine. The Naturalist is good. Elvish Visionary is good. Sky Snare Spider is amazing. Pilgrimage, I think 1 is fine. Aerial Volley is a sideboard card. There's a removal spell in Wild Instinct. Freakish Disciple is good. Vine Snare is no good. Another Aerial Volley. Herald of the Pantheon is it's a 2/2 for 2. I might as well consider it. Sombrewall Alpha is good. I'm not going to play a second Pilgrimage. And Freakish Disciple is good. So it looks like we are not able to just eliminate a color yet. So we'll do that, and then the last one here is, these are kind of like, this is multicolor land and artifacts, so most of these uncommon guys are going to be just fine, so they're both playable. The Guardian Automaton is fine. I like Ram Roller for playing artifacts. Sigil of Valor, I think that's not great. Bonded Construct, if I'm going to play aggro, but I'm going to put it in the non-playable. Veteran Sidearm is the same deal. Majoring Network is actually just fine. I mean, if you're only playing 2 colors, you might as well put it in if you have room, so put that there. So keep in mind when you're building your sealed pool, artifacts can go in every color. So I have 2 here. I'll just have to see what my 3 and 4 drop slot looks like and decide if I want to play either one. The Ram Roller I think is top priority. Because I have some 2 multicolored cards, I might look at those 2 color combinations early. So once I'm done sorting the cards, which I am now, I think back to what I saw and I start there. So I know white has a bomb and at least a removal spell, and then I know the blue has 2 separatists, their removal, disperse. Talent of the Telepath is fine. I mean, we got a Ring Warden Owl, so that's okay. Like I said earlier, the black has Unholy Hunger along with Cruel Revival, and then the red has Fiery Conclusion, 2 Lightning Javelins, a Chandra's Ignition, and a Fiery Impulse, along with some Thopter Makers. I'm going to be red, almost certainly, so we're going to put that in the mix, and then we have to decide. So I'm going to take the non-playable ones and just kind of stick them off screen here. I'm going to start by laying out my red cards. Sorry, I'm just organizing some stuff here. So we're sorting out by casting costs, so to see what we're looking at. So we'll do 1. So just, if anyone's ever done a mana curve before, this goes in the 3 slot. Here's a 4, 2, 3, 3. And then when I'm done, you'll be able to see the curve pretty well. This certainly doesn't have the feel of a regular core set to me so far anyway, and just, my initial impressions, which is interesting. I usually do 6+, so we won't run out of room down here. Here's a Cobble Brute, Throwing Victor, Gear Crafter. So it looks like we're gonna have a bunch of 4s. It doesn't really fit so much in an aggressive style, which red usually is. We'll keep an eye on it. See, we like the 3 slot. That's pretty good. So here's the curve so far. We got 2 1s, 2 2s, 2 4 6 7, 2 4 6 7, 3 and 4, and then a 5 drop. So no late game stuff. Something to keep in mind also. And also I only have 3 double red cards, which I think is pretty rare for red. So that means we're also open to play, you know, basically any other color combination with it. And it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 19 cards. So 18 cards, either way. 19 cards. I'm going to pull another color, and well, I'm going to take a quick look at what I have here and decide if there's anything that might be able to come out. Maybe the fiery conclusions can come out. And then we have the Cobble Brute. Just because I don't think I want to play 19 of one color, we're just going to put these up here for now. I know you can get, I mean, I have a little minimum room here because I'm doing it, you know, on camera, but usually you can, you know, use the whole table. So we'll start with white here. We'll see what we got. We've got a good removal spell here. We've got triple accruing jailers. I'm not actually a huge fan because it costs 3 to activate it. Console is good, but it's double white. I do like the Knights and Hixus. The Grasps I don't think fit this deck, along with Knightly Valor also. Tactician's good, the Aven is good, another Knight, and the Anointer of Champions is also decent. So we're going to see what those look like. So we'll put the Anointer, some Knights, there's actually a third, there's a Stalwart, Tactician, Suppression Bonds, Council's Lieutenant, and then we've got Hixus, and actually we'll throw this last night here too. So these cards, while they work, I don't think I'm going to look at them right now. If I were choosing like maybe blue white a little more control-y, these cards would fit a lot better. Let's put them back up here. So now we have this. It's got a nice curve except for the 2 slots, very lacking. And this one's double white. I'm not a huge fan of that. So, you know, I took this fiery conclusion out. It might end up in there in a 2 slot, but I mean, it's not a 2-drop anyway. You need a creature to sacrifice, so we'll see. So I'll keep that in mind. So I'll just move the white cards off to the side here. I kind of do this with all the colors. Like I said, I think red's a foregone conclusion. I mean, we're talking 2 rares, 3 removal spells, and some great creatures. So we'll look at the blue next. Water Courser is fine. I mean, it's blue to activate. I'm not so sure I like that. Got double Separatists. Yet again, filling that 4 slot. Disperse, fine. It's another pseudo 2-drop. We got a Screeching Scab. I'm not sure it'll go on this deck, but then we got another removal spell that costs 3 here, and Anchor the Aether, Talon of the Telepath, and Ring Warden Owl. So I'm gonna do a quick count of my non-creature spells, instants and sorceries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Not that either. 6, 7, 8. So 8. You gotta watch your creature count. You don't want to get too low either. I'm going for about 17 land and 23 spells. And of those 23 spells, the minimum of 12 creatures, hopefully more. Right now, this deck is 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 26 cards, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures. So it's a lot of creatures, but that's okay. I have to keep in mind I have these Separatists and I have this Flame Shadow Conjuring, so it's kind of a interesting effect. I pay an extra mana, I can bounce 2 of their creatures. So it's another thing to keep in mind. This red is very deep. I'm going to move these blue cards aside. Might be tough because of that. Let's look at the black next. Undead Servant is not gonna make the cut in this one. Shambling Ghoul is fine. It's also a 2-drop. Here's a nice artifact. Now keep in mind, black's got a lot of double black, and I can see that already. This is also higher end things here. So there's that. It looks strong too. I think the Moon Glove doesn't need to make it. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. This will be 2 more cuts yet. Be tough to figure out. We've got Hard Removal and Unholy Hunger and Cruel Revival, and then earlier removal with your Lightning Javelins and your Fire Bows. So interesting yet again. So we'll pick that up. Put that over here. And then green. So our last color here. More 4 drops. Seems to be the order of the set here. I don't know why there are so many, but here's a nice 6 drop. 2, 5, 6. So green doesn't look bad either. It's got 2 guys of Death Touch, removal spell, and then to go along, and then this can destroy an artifact or enchantment, which is nice too. So I like the later end on this in green here. So once I lay out all the colors like that, I of course go back and remind myself what multicolored cards I have here. So I only have these 2. So red white, of course, this guy's awesome. He's a 3 to cast 2/2 double strike, so I really like that guy. I'm gonna go back to my white red again, I think, and see what we're working with there. I wish I had more 2 drops in the white, but that's just turn 2. Maybe I'll get past it. So let's check out what we got here. So we'll put the champion in. So I think this is the best color combination for this, what I'm trying to do. We'll see how many cuts it is. It's going to play, a bunch of rares, which is always fun. And it's going to have some removal, which is also good. Oh, Hixus actually only costs 5, not 6, so that's even better. He's also a removal spell, to keep that in mind. So this is the deck here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 27. So it would be 4 cuts. So I already have 2 first strikers with prowess. With renowned. I think the lieutenant, because of the double white, can get cut. And then 3/2 renown one isn't much better than 2/2 first strike, so I'm at least cutting 1 knight. Anointer Champions, this deck is more red than white, but it is a strong card. I'm thinking of cutting that too. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. So it's 24 cards now. This deck is lacking flying creatures except for this Stalwart Aven. Gotta keep that in mind with my removal. I think Enthralling Victor comes out. And so I do like this build a lot. This red cut can probably even go up here. So we're at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 creatures, 7 spells. It's gonna hurt my spell mastery on Fiery Impulse, but that's okay. The 1 for 2 damage is fine. The Scout will help get through my Renown guys, these 3, which is nice. And I think that's the deck. I'm gonna do a quick check here, the other colors. I do like the green double 2 cast cards. So many 4 drops though. This deck doesn't really want 4 drops. Let's look at the black. Black has some strong high end. I may have to reevaluate at some point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 white cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So 8 black cards. Can we cut one of these? I don't know, maybe. The double black is going to hurt a little bit. I think we'll stick to the white. Let's look at blue here. 2 2-drops is nice with the 3 drop, so that's 2 removal spells. That's 1 more than. This blue is pretty good. 2 removal plus 2 separatists to go along with the Flame Shadow Conjuring. I don't think I'll play the Screeching Scab. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's take that out. See what that looks like quick. I hope to draft the blue-white deck at some point, but we'll see. Obviously this isn't draft, so only one double blue card, a flying creature. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 23 cards. I'm not a big fan of the Courser either. Let's see. Maybe the Conclusions goes in with the Enthralling Victor. I think there's enough 4s. So actually, well, I couldn't fault you for either one. I think I'm going to go blue-red. And the reason is I have 3 mana intensive cards in white-red. Plus the Scab Clan and the Skyrake Giant and the Chandra's Ignition, versus in blue there's only 2. It's a few more removal, and I like the Separatist combo with the Flame Shadow Conjuring. So I think this is the deck. Next you look at the land. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 blue cards. There's only 2 double red cards, so you can get away with probably 9 or 10 mountains. 9 or 10 mountains, 7 or 8 islands, and then we also have the land. Let me see if it's going to help us here. If I had more of the Thopter Makers, I would play this guy, but I don't have any of the blue ones. So, Majoring Network gives you extra mana. I'm not really sure I need it in this deck, so I think I just stick to the blue and red. So, yeah, like I said, 10 mountains, 7 islands, or maybe even 9 mountains, 8 islands. I think 10-7's right. I think I might take this to the pre-release, and if it for some reason doesn't do well, or I don't like whether I win or not in the first round, if I don't like it, I can always switch to white. The land distribution would be similar. I think it'd be more like 9, 8, only because of the double white cards. So, hope you guys have a good time at the pre-release. Hope you enjoyed this quick little deck, this sealed deck building video. Be sure to leave any comments or questions in the comment section below. Check me out on Facebook and on Twitter at MTG Openings, and be sure to subscribe if you like this video. I will try to get some more content up for Magic Origins and beyond. So until next time, guys, thanks a lot. Bye.